Nothing happens by coincidence. Here we're walking the beautiful streets and medieval music pops up and we see it right before us. First of all, let's introduce two new friends.
Mauricio Molina, director of the International Course on Medieval Music Performance of Besalu.
So Besalu is the little village in the hills of Spain where we're broadcasting from right now. And you created a course about music from this era.
That's right. Besalu was a very important city during the Middle Ages, especially in the 12th and 13th centuries. And we have chosen this specific town not only because of the architectonic patrimony that it has, but also because there was someone who lived in the 12th century, a very important troubadour from Besalu, whose name was Ramon Vidal de Besalu.
Now, while there's not Ladino music specifically, there's not Jewish music, Sephardic music specifically, Jews and Catholics and Muslims walked the streets of this town and other towns across Spain, and they heard these sounds. Assistant director, that's a pretty big title, and a very big instrument. What are you playing? What is this?
Actually, this is a portative organ. And this is actually a reconstruction, we could say the first reconstruction done in modern times of a portative organ as it could be with the characteristics of the Romanesque period. And this means, for example, the material which was used, the structure inside the instruments, and also the keys we used. It's not a chromatic keyboard, but just with the notes that we need for the repertoire. So it's all done according to the necessity of the music we want to play.
So this is actually the medieval organ of this period of time that was movable.
Exactly. So as you can see, I have a strap. I can put it on my neck and back, and I can stand while playing these instruments. That would not be possible with a positive organ that stays. It's very heavy, and normally it was not thought to be moved.
This song was composed, at least the text was composed by a famous late 12th century clerk from Paris. It's a song dedicated to the Virgin Mary, but what is interesting about it is that it's closely related to the dances of the period. So the text, even though it is a religious Christian text, was probably used on a melody that existed before as a, let's say, a popular melody that was used by everybody else to dance. So you can understand why, like Bach used to do the same, take popular melodies and put a message on them to make it, to continue in the ears of those who listen and to sing, to make easy a change in message, for example, or the expression of specific message on a melody already known, right? So this is the kind of song. We play it instrumentally because we believe the archetype is probably instrumental, and also as a dance. So our reconstruction brings it back, not in this Christian specific state, but in a state that was, let's say, not more popular as in pop music or folk music, but in a state closely to the streets of the city, cities like Besalu.
Taking the, not to diminish the Christian connection, but taking religion totally out of this song and making it a dance song or a theme song for the project has sense.
Yes, I think so, because these melodies will end up being universal, used by probably every single person who lived in the time. I'm going to give you an example. Think about modern New York. I grew up in New York, and I can tell you how you go to listen to jazz music, and the people who play jazz music come from different religions. So maybe that music can be used later in a service in Harlem, for example, with in a specific religious context. Nonetheless, what is interesting about the melody is the melody that is common to, let's say, the context of the people who live in the town. So by putting this melody back, imagine it back into the context of the people of the period, we have made it universal again.
Now, what drew you to this project?
To the project of the course, I am teaching medieval keyboards. I am the assistant of Dr. Molina, and I am also doing some theory classes.
So just by coincidence, today is, if you look at your calendar, a day that is an annual event in Krakow, Poland. It is the Jewish festival, which is on the streets of Krakow, and music is played. It's sort of like this kind of music from their period, but a lot of rock and soul music is incorporated in this. It's our JLTV dream to do the same thing for the Sephardic, Ladino, and general community, not just Jewish, but from the three religions we mentioned, a way of bringing together this positive energy of music and soul, because these streets, again, permeated this music many, many centuries ago. And it's a meaningful project, I'm sure, for you too. So it's, as we say in Hebrew and Yiddish, it's beshert. It's destined to happen. And we were just sitting having, I must say, a little plug for Coca-Cola, having a Coca-Cola. And here you came upon us and blessed us with an opportunity to do this dream, and that is to bring music to Spain from the history of Spain and to outside of Spain as well. I can see you playing with a 120-piece orchestra, this music, and bringing it back to life like it should be. So thank you for meeting us.
Thank you, Phil.
You know,
Thank you very
looking
much.
forward to seeing you in the future.
Likewise.
Probably a lot. And the same with you.
Thank you very much.
And you can take that organ wherever you want.
Yes.
You have my permission.
Thank you very much.